Today I'm going to talk about Smartart and a few things you can do with it. So I'm going to start by going to Insert, Smartart. As you can see, there's quite a few different charts that you can pick from. And with these charts, they can overlap, like with the one up here in Process right here is the same one as in List right here. I'll just pick this one since it overlaps, and with this you can have a heading and then tell the difference between two items such as gender. You can have male versus female. And let's say you don't want to click in each box every time you want to change something. You can come over here to this little arrow and it'll pull out this box. And you can type this way. You can have transportation in the top one. And then if you also don't want to click down to each box, you can go from here and push the down arrow and it'll bring you down to the next box, the one on the left. You can have train and then push the down arrow again and it'll bring you to the one to the right of it. And have car. Push the down arrow again and it'll bring you into this box. And we'll have pets. And now let's say you have more than one cat, or you want to add more than two transportations. You can have this, instead of pushing the down arrow, you can push the enter button, which will add another box. And you can put another pet in there. Now that I have that, I can X out of this, because I can always push this button here and it'll come back out anyway. I will show you a few other things, such as changing color. Come up here, and if you don't want to keep clicking on them to see what the chart looks like, you can just hold your cursor over top of it and it will show you what it looks like. Now that we have the color changed, you can also come over to this and push this little down arrow and it'll show you different ways to make it look, such as laying down. You can make it look like it's bold. I'll just pick this one. With other charts, let's say I will pick a pyramid, because Smartart is also really good for retyping notes. I'll pick a pyramid and do what I did for business law, I believe. Go to management, board of directors, and stockholders. With this, it's pretty much the same. You can change the color, the accents right here. You can change the layout of the chart. You can have it upside down. You can have more than one triangle, or three triangles. You can even have just the headings in little bubbles. And with this, also, with the one before, you can also push enter, bring out this little tab, push enter, and it'll give you another box if you need it. Or if you don't, just push delete. Push X if you don't need that anymore. It'll come back out when you need it. Now I will show you another one that you can change the shapes of it. With this, you can change the color. You can change the layout by choosing like other charts that are under that category, which this one is under relationships. We'll choose this one, or stay with this one. And with this, you can add, you can right click and go to add shape, which will give you this. Or you can also click on these little circles right here, right click, go to change shape, and you can change the shape of it. Instead of being a circle, you can have an up arrow. I'll just choose up arrow just to show you. And instead of circles, you will have arrows. This way you can also add, but it'll become circles. All you have to do is left click on it, on the circle, right click, come down to change shape, go up to arrow, and then it changes. And let's say you don't like what you've done, you don't like these arrows, you can come up to reset graphic and it'll change all of them back to the blue circles. And all you have to do after that is just change color and you'll be back where you started. Now that's all I'm going to show, so I hope with everything I've shown so far you will better understand Smartart.